Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing, Matt?
I'm doing great.
Can you
Thanks.
tell us about yourself?
I'm Matt Everson. I'm a co-founder of a company called Illuminote, and I also own another company that specializes in estimating insurance losses.
Oh, fantastic. Matt, I'm going to ask a couple questions.
Please.
Just whatever comes to your head. When was the last time you thought about death?
Thought about death? Oh, I'm a kind of a weirdo. I think about that sometimes. Yeah. Probably yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Do you have life insurance?
I have a lot of life insurance.
Do you trust your insurance company?
No.
Wow.
I mean, do I trust, will they pay my wife if I die? Yes. Do I trust insurance companies? No, because I have a ton of experience battling against insurance companies for the last 30 years. They are not fair, generally speaking, in the way that they deal with people.
We were talking back and forth, and you were telling me about the issue of homeowners insurance. Tell us a little bit about that. Shed some light there.
Homeowners insurance in America right now is a problem. Insurance companies have been lazy, in my opinion, for the last 50 years in the way that they underwrite the risk. They have not understood exactly what they're underwriting. They tried to take a global satellite image of a home and say, I know what that is. But they can't tell what's inside that home. They don't know if that home's been maintained properly. They don't know if it's been painted recently. They don't know if the windows are leaky. They don't know anything about the home, really, other than the square footage and what's reported through the county agencies and things like that. But they think they do because they're depending on technology that's not giving the underwriter the proper data. And because of profit motives of the insurance company, they're trying to reduce those expenses, like underwriting, actuarial science, in favor of profits. That is actually, in the last 5 to 10 years, destroying insurance companies. Because they didn't know what they had at risk in California, for example, or in Florida. And so when a fire like the Tubbs wildfire rips through my hometown of Santa Rosa and destroys 5,500 homes, all of a sudden State Farm is moaning and whining about how much money they lost. Had they done their job properly in the first place in underwriting the risk and helping the homeowner to mitigate the risk, they wouldn't have lost nearly as much.
So if I understand, you told me State Farm has pulled out of insuring homes in California?
State Farm and multiple other companies are ceasing covering homes in California. Some people still have their coverage and they haven't been canceled by State Farm and these others. But the largest players in the insurance market, homeowners insurance market in California, are telling the state of California they're not interested in insuring homes here that are at risk in these fire zones unless they can change the way they charge for premiums.
Right.
The state of California, to be fair to some of these insurance companies, is not understanding how insurance works at all either. And they are not being fair in the way that they're allowing these companies to do business here.
Right.
So the answer from a profit-driven company is leave.
Right.
But that's not a good solution for the homeowner.
Right. So what's the solution? What do you think?
I think this country would do well to go back to the mutual insurance model, by and large.
Explain.
The mutual insurance model means you own a home, I own a home, me and you are now in the same risk pool. So I'm incentivized to keep my home safe, and so are you. And so if we look at auto insurance, for example, if everybody is in the same risk pool, then we're all incentivized to drive a little safer, because if our premiums can go lower when our claims are also lower, then maybe we all have we're pulling the same rope, right? In a model that we have in America today, publicly traded insurance companies are only concerned about profits by law.
Right.
The first line in all of their bylaws says we're in business for the sole purpose of making a profit.
Wow. Yeah.
And so whether you get insurance affordably or not is not their problem. Their problem is to their shareholders.
Right.
So now we have a divergence of interests as opposed to a mutual interest.
Absolutely.
And so that divergence of interest is damaging not just the insurance market, but everybody that has a loan on their home has a rule in that loan that says they have to have insurance. If they can't get insurance, they can't have the loan, and the bank is going to take their home.
Right.
If they can't get insurance, they can't sell the home, because the person that's buying the home won't be able to get it insured either.
Right.
So it's actually got a knock-on effect.
Yes.
It's not just homeowners insurance.
Yes.
It's real estate. It's assets. It's net worth. It's retirements for people. It's an economy all around the fact that economies work better when we can offshore some risk.
Yes. Wow. I've learned a lot, actually. So Takadao is a company, very much like what you've described. We're a mutual company. It allows people to pool their money together to mutually insure one another. And it is community owned. Now, we do this on the blockchain and using DAOs for governance. What do you think of that as an idea?
I love it. I love it. The blockchain can assure, there's a lot of bad uses for for the blockchain, but in this case, the blockchain, you can actually agree ahead of time as opposed to after.
Right.
You can agree on the risk, what's at risk, and who's paying for that risk, and how much you get in return if that risk needs to be claimed. So the blockchain can assure that transparently without any, for example, again, with the homeowners insurance here in America, there's an argument over how much that home is going to cost to rebuild. That doesn't need to happen. It benefits the insurance company when that argument happens. But in the blockchain example, there can't be an argument. There's already an agreed upon contract, and that contract is a smart contract, and it's triggers based on certain parameters.
Right.
So I love the model. I like what you guys are doing there.
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.